If you have 5 minutes to evacuate, you don't have time to think, only to execute. Most people grab the wrong things. These are the only items that actually increase your survival odds. Think about it. A siren blares outside your window. A neighbor is hammering on your door, yelling about a wildfire cresting the ridge. A text alert flashes on your phone. Mandatory evacuation, gas leak, immediate danger. These aren't movie scenes. 5-minute evacuations are real. Wildfires, floods, chemical spills, they happen. And in those moments, the clock is your only real enemy. Indecision is the killer, not a lack of expensive gear. So forget what you've seen in survival shows. This isn't a packing fantasy where you have time to thoughtfully assemble a kit. This is a brutal, non-negotiable priority list for when you have no time at all. The entire goal of a successful evacuation can be boiled down to one word: continuity. It's not about comfort, it's not about saving valuables, it's about ensuring the continuity of 3 things: your identity, your ability to communicate, and your basic human function. Can you prove who you are to a shelter worker? Can you call for help or find a safe route? Can you physically manage without an immediate medical crisis? Everything else is a distraction that can cost you your life, so let's get into the list. What's the first thing you need to secure? It's you. You and what you are wearing right now. This is the most overlooked survival tool. You have to operate on the deadly serious assumption that you may not be coming back to this house for a long time, if ever. Exposure to the elements can incapacitate you much faster than hunger or thirst. So before you grab a single object, look down at your feet. Get shoes on. Not sandals, not flip-flops. Real, closed-toe shoes that will protect you from broken glass, hot pavement, or rough terrain. Bare feet and panic don't mix. If you can, pull on long pants. They're your first layer of defense against scrapes, embers, or contaminated water. Grab a jacket if it's within arm's reach. A layered top is ideal. This takes seconds, but it determines your ability to endure whatever is outside that door. You are your own first line of defense. Dress the part. Item number 2 is non-negotiable in the modern world: your phone and its power source. This device is your lifeline. It is your map, your radio, your flashlight, and your digital proof of identity all in one. It's how you'll navigate blocked roads, receive emergency alerts, and let your family know you're safe. So grab your phone, grab its charging cable, and if you have a charged power bank nearby, take it without a second thought. Don't hunt for it, but if you know where it is now part of your phone. If you have even 10 seconds to spare while you get your shoes on, plug your phone into the wall. Squeeze every last drop of power into it you can. As you're walking out the door, swipe down and enable low power mode. This isn't just about convenience. A dead phone doesn't just mean you're out of touch. A dead phone turns an evacuation into total isolation. Look, if this is already cutting through the noise and giving you more practical advice than you've ever heard about evacuations, take a second to follow or subscribe to this podcast. We focus on the critical decisions that actually matter when the time has run out. Now, let's continue with the list, because what comes next is about the life you have to live after the immediate danger is over. All right, item number 3, your identification and essential documents. You will need an ID to get into a public shelter. You will absolutely need insurance documents to file a claim on your home or car. Trying to replace a driver's license, a social security card, or an insurance policy in the middle of a regional disaster is a bureaucratic nightmare you cannot afford. The simplest, fastest action here is to grab your wallet or purse. That has your primary ID and your essential bank cards. Ideally, you already have a single grab-and-go envelope with copies of insurance papers, a list of medical info, and emergency contacts. But let's be realistic, most people don't. So if it's not already together, now is not the time to start a scavenger hunt through your file cabinet. Grab your wallet and move on. Remember, survival doesn't end when the sirens fade. Paperwork matters. Next up, item 4, prescription medications and eyeglasses. This is absolutely critical. Forgetting your daily heart medication, your insulin, or an emergency inhaler doesn't just create an inconvenience, it creates a brand new life-threatening emergency on top of the one you're already fleeing. You are compounding disaster. And if you need glasses to see clearly, they are not optional. They are essential as your shoes. Losing your vision is losing your mobility and your ability to make safe decisions in a chaotic environment. The action here is pure speed. Don't waste precious seconds with those little daily pill organizers. Grab the entire prescription bottle. If you have multiple, use one hand and sweep them all into a bag. No sorting, just grab and go. Missing your meds turns an evacuation into a medical event. Item 5, a small amount of water and calories. Why? Because evacuations are never clean. They stall. You'll sit in gridlocked traffic for hours. Roads will be closed, shelters might be full or take a long time to process new arrivals. The adrenaline and stress of the situation are burning through your body's fuel at an incredible rate. You don't need to pack a 3-course meal. You need to maintain function. Grab 1 bottle of water per person. That's it. And 1 small, dense, no-cook food item, an energy bar, a small bag of nuts, a packet of peanut butter, something you can eat with 1 hand while you're driving or waiting in line. You don't need meals right now, you need function. Number 6 is the one people forget most often in their panic: your keys, house keys, car keys. Tunnel vision sets in and you're so focused on the threat and getting out that you forget the very tools that enable your movement and give you options. Your car key is your ticket out of the immediate danger zone. A house key might get you into a neighbor's or relative's home for temporary shelter, and it's what you'll need if you're ever fortunate enough to return. Make it a reflex. Before you even think about grabbing something non-essential, grab your keys. Put them in your pocket. Keys equal options, period. Now, let's talk about what not to take, because this is where most people fail. This is where they lose the race against the clock. In a 5-minute window, you do not grab the television. You don't try to unplug your laptop unless it's already packed in a bag by the door. You don't waste a single second on jewelry, portable safes, or even sentimental photo albums. I know that last one is hard to hear, but every single one of these things is an anchor. They are heavy, they are awkward, and they cost you seconds you do not have. Objects slow you down. Survival rewards speed. So let's tie this all together with the single most important rule to govern your actions. If you cannot have an item in your hands within 30 seconds of deciding to get it, you do not take it, period. It's not on the list. This isn't a suggestion, it's a hard limit to prevent fatal indecision. So let's run through the priority list one last time. This is the sequence. 1. Clothes and shoes on your body. 2. Phone and power. 3. ID and wallet. 4. Meds and glasses. 5. A bottle of water and a snack. 6. Keys. That's it. That is the entire list. Prepared people don't stand in the middle of the room and improvise, they execute a plan. In the end, you have to understand that a 5-minute evacuation isn't about saving your stuff. It's a ruthless exercise in saving 3 things: your time, your identity, and your capability to function in the hours and days ahead. All the things you leave behind are just things, but your ability to move, to communicate, to prove who you are, and to manage your own health, that is everything. If you can walk out your front door functional and mobile within 5 minutes of that first warning, you've already won the hardest part of the battle.